Hey guys, today we are sharing 2 tips about light bulb replacement. So what is it that we need to know about light bulb replacement?
So the 2 tips we want to share with you today are about dielectric grease, purpose, reason, what it is, and then handling the bulbs in regards to whether they're tail lights or headlights, just to promote longevity is what our goal is.
From Derek and Sally Tungmola. So Derek has been in the automotive industry for 15 plus years, and we have owned our own shop as a couple for 7 years. So we're excited to dive into this.
Let's go.
You might want to go.
This is a Chevy pickup that we're working on. I realize every vehicle is very different in regards to the disassembly, but we're just going to cover the basics. A lot of times when you buy bulbs at the parts store, they will give you a little packet of dielectric grease, and some of you guys know, some don't, but we just want to show you the process, how we do it, how we check the lights. It's a very simple video, but we just wanted to cover our bases just so that you guys have a little better clarification. So on this particular truck, this tail light here is removed with these little screws right here. Removing these will allow it to be loosened. Once it can break free, this is your light assembly. Now, as you can see, there's multiple sockets back here, and so we're going to test and see what one is really out. When you're doing lights, it's very important to be sure you get the right side, but in this video we're going to show you, we typically recommend replacing both. If one light has gone out, typically it's only a matter of time before the other side goes out. A lot of time both go out due to old age. Also, if you're on dirt roads a lot or anything really bumpy, the filament, once it gets hot and bounces around, can break easily. And that's typically what we see if vehicles travel dirt roads more. They typically lose bulbs more often. If they stay on regular pavement, they can last longer. We're going to do a light check first.
All right, do you guys see how you can barely see that brake light? And it's only the third brake light. It's only the top one that's working. This is why you can get rear-ended, because the left and the right brake light is not working. There's the left turn signal, the right turn signal, and reverse. That's the order of the brake check. It's always brake lights, left, right turn signal, and then reverse lights.
All right, so now we did a light check. It's a good thing we checked. This truck has both brake lights out, which is terrible, very dangerous.
And it's our truck.
During the light check, we noticed this was reverse. We noticed this was a turn signal, meaning this is the brake light. Now that we can confirm what one needs to be replaced, we simply twist the socket, remove it. As you can see, a lot of this is burnt and peeling off. We remove this, and the first thing to inspect is the inside of the socket to be sure that nothing's melted or burnt. After that, the next most important thing is to confirm the number. This bulb is a 3157. So we get another 3157, and this is just to make sure we have the correct bulb. This is a dual filament bulb, and then here's where we use dielectric grease. Typically a small amount is all that's needed, and the idea is to coat these metal contacts. This is where the bulb gets its power from. The purpose of dielectric grease promotes a better contact, but also helps it to resist moisture and liquid from causing anything to short. Placing the bulb back in till it clips firmly, back into the housing, and we get it to twist lock into the correct place. And then we place the housing up here, but we don't yet screw it in because we're going to do another light check afterwards. So I'm going to pull apart the other side really quick and make sure we do the exact same thing, and then we're going to do a light check. This truck, this headlight's not bad, but I'm just going to replace it and show you what I'm talking about since we're talking about lighting. On these Chevys, they have this really nice pin. You remove it and it pretty much loosens the headlight. The whole housing can come out and gives you access. Now, the low beam headlight is on this side. You have a low beam and a high beam. But what I'm gonna show you is where most people make a mistake. So when you pull a bulb out, notice I'm holding the body of the bulb and not the light bulb itself. Headlights run very high temperature and have a very high probability of breaking or cracking. The oils from our skin are enough that when they're on there, it will prematurely make the bulb fail. So when you're doing headlights, try not to touch the lighting element. If you do, not a big deal. Use some rubbing alcohol or something to clean the bulb and then plug it in. So this bulb that we removed is a 9006. So again, we always want to confirm that we have the exact same bulb going back in. When we get this bulb out, again, see this? We don't want to touch the lighting element. So we'll get it out carefully first and we hold it by the body. This is what promotes it living longer. So a little dielectric grease again, this time in the connector. And again, dielectric grease is strictly for promoting better contact, which will reduce melting plugs, and it seals up the connection so moisture can't get in it. Click it in, put the light bulb back in, and then just like before, we do a light check. We'll place the housing back in. And before pinning it, we're gonna make sure it works.
And it works.
All right, so now that we know it works, we confirmed it, we can pin it back in and put it back together. I only say that because oftentimes people will do a replacement and sometimes not, they just assume it worked. And it's always good with lights to make sure and double check that it worked before you put everything back together. So that's lights, very simple, but just wanted to share that with you guys.
Hey, if you liked that video as much as I did, go ahead and push a like on this video and do us a big favor, please share it with all of your friends. We would love to get all this information out to as many people as possible. Also, you can comment below and let us know how we did. Let us know what you thought about the content. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We love honest opinions. Lastly, subscribe to our channel so you get every new video that we drop every Wednesday. And thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.